Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of our home-based learning for maths. Make sure to have your materials ready as we proceed for today's lesson. For today's lesson, we will be learning about perpendicular lines. Together, we will all learn to define and identify perpendicular lines. Let's get started. This is the Golden Gate Bridge. This object gives us an example that things around us are made up of angles. What kind of angle do you see in the given picture? As a recall, we've learned that an angle is formed when two straight lines meet at a given point. We've also learned that a vertex is a point where two lines meet. Look at the pairs of lines in the given picture. Which of these forms an angle? Correct. This pair of lines shows us an angle being formed. Again, lines that meet at a certain point forms an angle. Remember, there are three different kinds of angles: right angle, acute angle, and obtuse angle. Do you still remember which is smaller than a right angle? How about the one that is greater than a right angle? This is the famous London Bridge. This shows us an example of an object that is made up of different kinds of angles. What angles can we form in the given picture? We can see a right angle, acute angle, and obtuse angle. Between the two angles, which do you think is much greater? We may use a folded paper to check the size of the given angles. Both angles are of the same size. It doesn't mean that the line in one of the given angle is longer makes it greater in size. Keep in mind that a tool like a folded paper and a ruler would be suitable in measuring and checking the size of a given angle. Again, in this lesson, we focus on the use of a folded paper and a ruler to check for right angles. The corner of a ruler is also a right angle. I wonder, what lines does a right angle have? Right angles are made up of perpendicular lines. What are perpendicular lines? Perpendicular lines are two lines that meet at a right angle. Let's use a folded piece of paper and a ruler to check whether the two lines are perpendicular. Again, perpendicular lines are two lines that meet at a right angle. Let's first put a folded paper against the two lines in the given picture. The two lines meet at a right angle. We can say that line OP is perpendicular to line MN. The given symbol that looks like an inverted T stands for is perpendicular to. This time, let's place a ruler against the two lines given. The two lines meet at a right angle. We can say that line UV is perpendicular to line ST. Look at the given lines below. These lines are drawn on a square grid. We have line AB and line CD. On the other side, we have line XY and line ZY. By looking at the given picture, we say that lines AB and line CB meet at a right angle. They are perpendicular lines. We say that line AB is perpendicular to line CB. On the other hand, lines XY and line ZY do not meet at right angles. They are not perpendicular lines. The given pictures are examples of objects that are made up of perpendicular lines. Again, perpendicular lines are two lines that meet at a right angle. Let's practice. Name pairs of perpendicular lines in the given figure. Let us use a ruler and place it on each side to check if the lines given are perpendicular. By looking at the ruler and its sides, we can say that line AB is perpendicular to line AD. Let's try to move the ruler on the other side of the given square. Again, by looking at the sides of the ruler, we say that line AB is perpendicular to line BC. Can you try to think of other pairs of lines that make a perpendicular line? I hope you got that right. The other pairs of perpendicular lines are line BC and line CD. Line BC is perpendicular to line CD. Line AD is also perpendicular to line CD. Let's check how much you have learned in this lesson. This time, I want you to answer your workbook pages 127 to 130. That's it for me. I'm counting on you. Till our next lesson, have a good day.